Why hello there, my name is Freckris and welcome back to Let's Play the Stanley Parable. As I said, I'm gonna head to right before the boss's room.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And then I'm gonna go down the stairs, because that's the next choice that was presented to me, I believe.
Not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. Walking downstairs to wherever this goes. This is where a zombie would be, just so you know. What's that? Fire hose. Can't mess with it, though. There's a car.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
Ew.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Okay.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly
Getting
strange.
fewer rooms.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
So
Now,
my whole
hearing
life's
the
been
voice
a dream.
speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job.
Stanley has a wife?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything
No
will
one's
be
normal.
fine. I am okay.
I was trying to figure out how that car got there. Oh, still with this car. Okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be
He's
real.
going red.
I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh. Hi.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look
I like how his shirt is slightly see-through.
In that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
It's time to go.
Important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That was a good run there. Solid A+ running. Oh. That's not the typical exit. What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I did something. Okay. Back to this
When
room.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Huh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Can't do anything in here. I just completely interrupted him. And I don't care. Why is there a mop bucket but no mop? That's not a mop, that's a broom. In the broom closet, that is apt. That is probably the first time I've ever seen a broom in a broom closet. In a game or a media at all. It's usually a mop closet. You gonna start talking again? Going back in the broom closet. I really wish I could pick stuff up. I mean, I could make a really cool weapon out of those wrenches. I mean, I don't got a hammer, but I mean, with some duct tape, I could make one. Still can't jump. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There aren't any more stairs? I wish there were more stairs. Oh, I know another place I could go. But I can't do it right now. I'd have to go back to the beginning. What? Hello? Whoa. get the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. What? Say? Can't flush the toilet. Can't see myself. I can see the back of Stanley's head, but I can't see the front of it. A little bit of privacy, so I can take a poo in the executive bathroom. In front of a window. Why would you put it there? I mean, maybe it's like a one-sided window, like you can see out but you can't see in, but still. Alright, okay. What? Well, screw you too, buddy. What about you? Oh. Alright. New paths are opening up to me. I'm alright with this. Oh, why would you... What does it say? Business... Business... Strategy? Our business strategy is to kill pandas? It's a really weird business strategy, friend. What does it say? Can't read it. Ding dong. Okay. I guess down is where I want to go. I'm not sure. Stanley. Na 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 na. How low am I going? Oh, bing bong. Oh, still here. Oh. Okay, so this is a knower machine. Got it. Always good to have those. Alright. Oh. I got stuck on something.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Top secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Oh, well, thank you. I love this game already. Still nothing behind there, I'm sure. Okay, oops. Sorry, I'm getting stuck on my cords here. Okay. Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Is there stuff on the wall here? No, it was just the texture looking funny. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I mean, I guess. What's this button? What does that say? Can't read it. Still can't read it. I think it's the same thing over and over again. Alright.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
I could technically fall right through that.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place, where freedom meant nothing.
Urgent. Employees should never, under any circumstances, attempt to... Attempt to what? I don't know. Did that enclose? That enclosed. I'm just looking for all the details now, because there's all sorts of cool stuff, I'm sure.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Can't beep boop that big button. Huh. I'm sure it's set up that I cannot hit all 5 buttons in whatever time limit I'm gonna receive here. There's probably just no way. Alright.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Do I get a waiting prompt? I guess. Here we go.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
No.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oops.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making it a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace.
Well, now I
before
definitely
you're
don't have enough
obliterated.
time.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
So it's all your
Other
fault.
times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
Nothing's going to save me.
One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Oh, it's shaking.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
The whole thing's shaking.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Ooh. Alright, so I'm back here, quite obviously. I'm not really sure if the dream ending triggers that other ending or what. I really don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. So thank you very much for joining me. Check out annotations for other videos that I've done. Like, subscribe, comment, and all the other fun stuff in YouTube's down there. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video, and my freckly face is out of here. Bye!